get started learning guitar, this would be an excellent song to start with. Actually, both of these, but this one in particular because it's very basic chords, very standard chords. So the first chord is a standard G. You can start by putting your index finger on the second string from the top on the second fret, then put your second finger on the top string on the third fret, and then put your ring finger on the bottom string on the third fret. The next chord is a E minor. So if we were going to do an E, the way to turn an E into E minor, if we were going to do an E, you would start by putting your index finger on the first fret, third string from the bottom, and then your second and third fingers or your ring fingers on the second fret, second and third string from the top. That would be an E. To make it an E minor, all you do is pick up your index finger, and that's how you turn a standard E into an E minor chord, and then you strum everything starting at the top. The next chord is called a C sus2. That means C suspended 2. You're going to go up to the third fret and use your index finger to press down and fret. You can also say bar it, that you're barring it. Press down on every string except the top one with your index finger. And then using your pinky and ring fingers on the fifth fret, so skip the fourth fret, on the fifth fret, press down on the middle two strings. You can also call that fretting. So you're fretting the middle two strings, and then strum everything except that top string that we left out to start with. The next chord is a standard D chord. So an easy way is to start with your ring finger on the next to bottom string on the third fret. And then on the second fret on the bottom string and on the third from bottom string, use your index finger and second finger there, and leave out the top two strings, but include the third from top string, the open D string. That gives it your D bass for the chord, the D bass note for the chord. So now we're back to G again. Now we're back to E minor again. Then they add the standard C chord. So for anyone that's brand new, that's going to be the first fret next to the bottom string with your index finger. Second fret, the third from the top string with your second finger. And then on the third fret, the second from the top string, which is the C, and that gives it the C bass note for the chord. And then you leave out the top string, but strum everything else. And then they go back to the D that we saw. And then the G. Let's see, I think that's it. Yeah, this one just has some, nice standard chords in it. So it'd be an excellent one for someone that's